Face the Press was next. Not Meet the Press, but Face the Press. Here was our Monday Night Raw segment from another one of these schizophrenic booking geniuses that's in charge of this donkey every Wednesday night. Chris Jericho and MJF facing the press with a big press conference about their upcoming tag team title match and whatever else. And of course, that was the excuse for the whole show to turn into the big sing-along. Why are they all so happy at ringside to sing the heel song? I know, because they're getting paid to stand there at ringside and just sing a fucking heel song.
And it was live, so they didn't sing the chorus the second time because it was live, they couldn't dub in a second version of the chorus.
Well, at this point, I think they were also running long and probably anxious to get going. And this was supposed to be a press conference with members of the press. So what we got for members of the press was some pale, fishy, white, pasty-faced nerd with a microphone that didn't work asking a question that nobody heard. And then Jericho did a promo about the tag team titles. And then Turkey Tits got shouted down. And we got a guy from whatever Barstool Sports may be. Was there anybody from the Washington Post, the New York Times, MSNBC, some type of valid, legitimate news gathering operation here? No! Instead, the best question was asked by noted press reporter and podcaster Eric Bischoff, who apparently now, if anybody had Eric Bischoff in the pool of people who will go anywhere for a fucking payoff and do anything these days, the Bischoff is the answer we were looking for. Does he live in Florida?
I thought he lived in, Montana?
Montana is what I heard. Well, you know, that's Montana, the reason for the Electoral College. The United States has been going to hell in a handbasket for the past 30 years because of the Electoral College, and specifically so Montana won't feel left out. But he moved to Connecticut for Vince, and then Vince canned him, and he moved back to fucking Montana without taking a baseball bat to Titan Tower. I have no idea how that would work. And now he's in Florida in the middle of a pandemic to ask a question at a fake press conference. I got news for you. Whatever they paid him to go to Florida and ask a question on a fake news conference, not be worth going to Florida in the middle of a pandemic to ask a question on a fake news conference. But at least he's got a little personality. MJF had gone off about Grandpa Buck. I can't call him Papa Buck because now the Bucks have kids, so he's a grandfather. Plus, he's a 65-year-old fucking right-wing religious fanatic hippie with horrible fashion sense, so he should be a grandpa. And after this whole thing was over with, here finally the Bucks music starts, and they walk out like badasses, and Balding Buck does his hostage statement promo. Has he ever exhibited any amount of personality, or does he just constantly just stare and talk like that?
No, the other one is certainly the one that has the personality.
And it's all bad. Pieface, then he either credits or blames Papa Buck for who he and his brother are today. He was crediting, I say blame. But Papa Buck created this problem, so now we know who to put the heat on. And they actually said he couldn't afford to put him through college. But apparently he could pay for the finest gymnastics coaches. Because how else did they learn how to do all that shit they call wrestling? So then Pieface went so far as to say without Papa Buck, there wouldn't be any AEW. So this rotten bastard is to blame for everything. And then Pieface droned on forever while the heels had to stand there and listen to it. And then the Bucks start a fight.
But did you hear also he said that, what did he say? If it wasn't for them in AEW, Chris Jericho would be a curtain jerker at the Performance Center?
Jerking the curtain at the Performance Center.
This guy was your heavyweight champion a year ago.
Yeah. Well, because they're just trying to appeal to themselves and potentially some of the smart fans that they actually speak to in person. So I'm sure this shit gets over incredibly with their immediate family. But then they start the fight with the fucking heels that outnumber them already, and then immediately the ring fills up. Remember, we've had some of those angles where we say, where is everybody? Well, now they've got them on standby. Referees and whoever the fuck is running in there, and it's a big schmoz, and here comes Gallows and Anderson and bring out a table. And there's another table set up at ringside, and I swear to God, Brian, this is not even an hour into the program. 20 minutes beforehand, they just did the deal where Cody and Shaquille O'Neal went through the tables. And these two little self-absorbed, fucking smarmy-faced, obnoxious fucking twinks have to top that by one of them jumps off the entrance way and the other one jumps off the stage simultaneously, and they put two of the heels through two tables at the same time. 20 minutes after the previous fucking angle. And I know some people have said, no, they're just not smart. They just don't know. No, nobody's that stupid. They did it on purpose because in their little fucking pea-brain minds, their little goddamn infinitesimal fucking brains that they have, they thought that would get them over better than Shaquille O'Neal and Cody because they broke two tables at the same time and it was more complicated. And they wanted to step on the other guy's fucking angle. They're all out for themselves. They're all doing their own shit. Twinkle Toes does his shit. The Twinks do their shit. Jericho does his Monday Night Raw takeoffs and fucking dinner theater sketches. They're all doing their shit, and Tony Khan's not man enough, doesn't have the testosterone or the lead in his fucking pencil, or the knowledge, or the experience, or the personality, or the goddamn gall to just put his foot down and start telling some people what to fucking do.
And now they're going into the pay-per-view with the Bucks having gotten this revenge on the heels. The babyfaces destroyed the heels going into the pay-per-view.
Don't worry, they won't be alone. We'll get to that later. So anyway, now that they've stepped on Shaquille O'Neal's angle, they do a package for the exploding barbed wire death match with comments from Onita. He's got to be dyeing his hair, by the way, doesn't he? At this point?
I guess.
He's my age. No, he's older than me. Because they came to Tennessee in 81. Yeah, anyway. Poor Jim Ross had to be a talking head in this and speak about this somewhat seriously. I mean, I know he judiciously picked his words to not actually get as much on him as he was afraid he might, but exploding barbed wire death match. And they show the footage from the outlaw bullshit in fucking Japan. And I keep wondering what normal wrestling fans are thinking when they see this. And then I remember that there's no normal wrestling fans actually watching this program, but it's embarrassing.